I ain't ready yet, but I figure I'll just rap along to this while I get ready. Yeah. Stop me, nobody can. Fully focused grown man with words like quicksand. Losers in love with losses, my vices be in a raw with some uncut, untouched, unmatched. Fuck you and my feelings, so what? My position, pole position, quota, cause my quota different, dynamic, outstanding. My passion everlasting, my action standing up. At a young age, had to man up. Lost my mama, didn't panic, but it did do damage. So I could tell you lying, because when you're replying, you stutter, maybe it's me. No maybes, but definitely. Call it a pattern, call it anything, I just call it the life that I lead. Close my eyes and I see it all. Pitfalls and liftoffs, it's all like a seesaw. Plot twist after plot twist. Still find my ways of blind rage holding me hostage. Still I pray in God with trust, embrace me with knowledge, inflate me with profits. Waves of liquidity into my family solid. Stages of misery to anybody plotting. Get rich and not trying, cause failure's not an option. Some people think I'm quiet, but they pay attention. Slide a hand into the upper hand's the only thing envisioned. Listen, I used to want to be liked, now I just want to be left alone with my wife. As the night falls and the day breaks and the money calls, make no mistake at all, I don't fuck with y'all. Or most people breathing so the circle small. I just need much moolah money motivated, need much merry road and activated. Back to the basics, not a second wasted, not a second place, we're only here for greatness. Obviously, that's a song. But whenever I hear the beat, I just feel like spitting the song, right? Anyway, I ain't ready. I'll be ready soon. Night falls and the day breaks and the money calls. Make no mistake at all, I don't fuck with y'all. Most people breathing so the circle small. I just need much moolah money motivated, need much merry road and activated. Back to the basics, not a second wasted, not a second place, you're only here for greatness. Sorry, every time the chorus part comes, I gotta say the chorus.
As an introvert, you may not go to the poker game. You may not go to the party that you're invited to. It's not because you don't like them. When you go, you get drained. Or when you go, maybe you feel like, I just don't feel like going. Introverted does not mean antisocial. It just means that you're a person who enjoys solitude.
Dealing with people feels like a kidnapping. Hands tied, patience is lacking. Patience is fading, patience is gone. Raised isolated, no fault of my own. Used to want friends more than anything. While my brother was worshipped like a king. Labeled a loser, was turning a loner. Time passes, became less passive, became less average, appeared more savage. Swam with the sharks until I adapted. Got my skills up, now I'm like, I can read the room, yeah, I can read the room. I can feel harmony when it's not in tune. I can smell fake like a fragrant perfume. Sometimes it's too much, so I keep me in exit, always in the tuck like I can't stay. I really gotta go, it's really been something, but I gotta hit the road with nowhere to go, nowhere to go, except far from others, cause I'd rather smoke, I'd rather smoke, I'd rather smoke, smoke by myself and give myself a toast. God bless the introverted, yeah, God bless the introverted. In the house where I wanna be, far from bullshit where I wanna be. On an island, marijuana and me, burning it down till I'm feeling carefree, really carefree. No wanna be labeled an asshole, I guarantee. No matter the case, I'm not free. When am I free? When I wanna be. Everybody knows someone like me. Hard to convince, even harder to reach. What you don't see is the reasons for why, and explaining ourselves for reasons to lie, reasons to like our variety. And when I show up, that's a gift from me. I laugh at Kiki to the sands and be the same. I can't stay, I really gotta go. It's really been something, but I gotta hit the road with nowhere to go, nowhere to go, except far from others, cause I'd rather smoke, I'd rather smoke, I'd rather smoke, smoke by myself and give myself a toast. God bless the introverted, yeah. God bless the introverted. I really gotta go. It's really been something, but I gotta hit the road with nowhere to go. Yeah, except far from others, cause I'd rather smoke. Smoke by myself and give myself a toast. Yeah, God bless them. Yeah, God bless the introverted. I understand the optics, I'm down to disappoint you. Been cold as a mother since I lost my mother. Feel nothing but discomfort, I'm numb 90%. Trying to blend in with the other 10. Being honest, fists balled up, no targets, just hardship. Less hardship, more heartless. What did you expect?
As an introvert.
Breaking down barriers, been up content. This is the Elliott in the Room. My name is Elliott, and I'm ready to get started. Yeah. Sorry to make y'all wait. All the millions and 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 millions of people waiting for me to come online. I'm so sorry. I know you're like, hey, bro, we've been waiting our whole lives for the opportunity to go ahead and watch your channel, watch your stream, watch your content. Where the fuck you at? I get it. Shout out to all the people that who make this thing float, man. Truth be told, when it comes to making it float, it's all really just me. Hello. But it's not just me. Let's talk about what makes me float, what makes me go, right? Once again, breaking down barriers, been a content. This is the Elliott in the Room. My name is Elliott, and I am here to stream my stream of thought. All right. I just came up with that. Cool. New tagline. Let's add that. So we got breaking down barriers, building up content, here to stream our stream of thought. Cool. Anyway, welcome. I have no idea what I'm going to talk about, but I do have some idea where I'm going. So let's take the journey together. Okay. So first things first, I like to say that I just not too long ago, earlier today, I stumbled across a random Reddit post, and it was basically saying, are millennials delusional? Basically saying like how some of us feel like we look younger than our age. So it's basically saying like it's a fair point. Yeah, it's from the perspective of a younger person. I think the person was like 21, and they're basically saying like, you may feel like you look young, whatever, but to someone young, you don't look young. And I understand that logic because obviously, right? If you're actually young, then all right. So let me get into it. So I'm 37. Okay. I feel like I look pretty good for 37. Okay. That's subjective. It's subjective. I could look like shit to you. Right. But in my personal opinion and in the opinion of my lovely wife, which is all that really matters. Right. I look pretty good for my age. I've always looked relatively young for my age. So when I was, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, I had a really strong baby face. I was constantly being carded for swishers type of shit, right? Today, I feel like I look like a grown man. I don't feel like I look like what I felt like a 37-year-old looked like when I was 21 or when I was 16. You know what I'm saying? The perspective of someone in their 30s was like, nigga, Carl Winslow, nigga, like, you know what I'm saying? Like how they looked with the hairline way back, and they had a crazy look with the old man, middle-aged man clothes, Al Bundy ass. You know what I'm saying? Like, when I think of 37, I think of like whatever the aesthetic of the sitcom Dad. That's what I envisioned what late 30s, early 40s look like, right? But now I'm here. I'm in my late 30s, knocking on the door to 40. And I promise you, I don't feel a day over 21, right? My knees may have something to say about that. But the people in my world are within my age range. The people that I call friends that I grew up with were all in this age range. And most of them are older than me. So they're like, if not almost 40, in their 40s. So my brother, perfect example, my brother's 10 years my senior, so he's going on 50. And we've been, again, relatively young most of our adult life, right? So are millennials delusional? Well, I don't think it's delusion. I think it's perspective. I feel like life was kind of like harder back in the day, 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s. I feel like everyone who was growing up in the 50s, 60s, 70s, and 80s, their life was a little bit different. Therefore, it wore on them. Nutrition was different. Just everything about everything was different. What's bad for you wasn't highlighted as bad for you then. Like, so people were aging a lot more rapidly. And also, too, people had more responsibility. I mean, people were getting married and having, like, hella kids, like, for real young. Like, 18, 19, going on and just starting a whole family lineage and shit. So, like, life was just different. People were more advanced. I feel like, okay, I'm 37, but I'm a child of the internet, right? So for me, I grew up, let me see, my very first time getting on a computer was in computer class. I think it was the second or third grade is when we started going to computer class in the library. And this was in the 90s, early 90s. So early to mid 90s. So computers were not widespread yet, and they were still very expensive. I had a computer in the house, but it wasn't a Windows computer. It was I don't know what it was, to be completely honest, but it had a whole bunch of programs and games on it, but it didn't have internet access and none of that shit. So I wasn't online. First time ever getting online was in that computer class. And getting online back then was so primitive. I mean, it was just, there was a few different websites we would go to like play games, like Flash animation games. Back then, the WB, there was Kids WB, which was like Warner Brothers. So it was like all the kids shows under the Warner Brothers umbrella. They had like a website with or games and shit on it. And like we'd go there. It was just like, it wasn't nothing, especially if you didn't know and you didn't know anyone had a computer. Like nobody knew how to get online or where to go and shit. So it was very primitive. And you fast forward to 2001 when I got my very first computer. My very first computer that had internet access. 2001. It was summertime, 2001. It was a E-Machines. I forgot the model, but it was an E-Machines computer. It had what was it? 128 MB of RAM. It had a 20 gig hard drive, which is crazy. 20 gig hard drive. And it was my first experience getting online. Nigga hopped on AOL. That's back in the day when AOL would just kind of just send you a disc every 3 days with a new trial, basically. So we just constantly, you just be online, not even really having to pay for it. This is back when you had dial up, and I'm not trying to back up my day, but like, back then how internet worked, phone line, if you only had one phone line in the house, you'd be fucked. And even saying some shit like that, people are like, what do you mean phone line in the house? Because nobody really has a house phone anymore. We all have cell phones, but there was no cell phones. The cell phones were brick phones, and you had to be a big business baller or a drug dealer to have one of those back in the day. So, house phone. No, I'm so sorry. I'm lying about that last statement. 2001, motherfuckers had flip phones, Motorola's and shit. Anyway, whatever. Internet, AOL, dial-up. Still primitive version of what we have today. But message boards, instant messenger, Yahoo chat, Yahoo games. Niggas was playing Yahoo pool, Yahoo dominoes. Niggas was playing Yahoo poker, Yahoo spades. They had all kinds of fucking games on there. Before Google, there was Ask Jeeves. Niggas was using Yahoo.com as a search engine. Nobody was going to Google. I don't even know when Google started, but niggas wasn't going to Google. In AOL, you could just use the AOL browser, so you just search in AOL. Message boards was the precursor to social media. Message boards were where you went and congregated with somebody from somewhere else that's also on this message board, and y'all would talk about common interests or uncommon interests, and you'd learn about people via the online landscape in a way that was unheard of at the time. Like, it's the norm today to open up your phone and interact with somebody in fucking Zimbabwe or some shit, because you can do that. You can hop on Instagram or any fucking form of social media and touch someone on the complete opposite side of the world, and it's not a big deal. Back then, being on the internet was looked at as, it wasn't mainstream. It wasn't common, and talking to people online was kind of like borderline sucker shit, like borderline you a fucking loser. Like, it was you didn't even really tell people. I know I didn't. I wasn't like going to school like, yeah, I was talking to so and so online last night. Like, I wasn't doing that shit, right? But instant messenger, like, just the evolution. Hell, piracy, when fucking Napster happened, and then from Napster there was all the other programs, LimeWire, Kazaa, etc. All the other programs where motherfuckers was downloading music, downloading programs and shit. Niggas start pirating, learning how to get music and programs and whatever the fuck you wanted off the internet. That became a thing. Time progressed. Now we get into where we at right now? 2001, 2002. So then, okay, 2002, I think is when I first got high speed internet. So now we got DSL. So now we got faster internet to download more shit. You know, there wasn't no YouTube yet, so there really was no real need to like. I wasn't watching a lot of video content back then because I didn't really even conceptualize the thought of watching video. I don't know, right? But I was just fucking going to like newgrounds.com and watching a bunch of Flash animation, and I was playing games online and fucking I started playing like actual computer games online, fucking Counter-Strike and fucking shit like that. And by this point, 2002. 2000 the network adapter for the PS2 came out, I believe, in 2002. It could have been 2003. I don't quite remember, but basically the network adapter. So again, this is back in my day, back in the day, there was no online play on the consoles. It was just, you just play video games at home. You play video games with your friends at their house. You go to the arcade and play arcade games. There was no online play. I'm sorry, there was no console online play. Obviously, you could play online games on the PC, but it was a foreign concept back then. Then the network adapter for the PS2 came out, and then you were able to use either dial-up internet or high-speed internet to get online. Change the game. Now you online playing Madden. Again, mind you, this is early primitive stages of no mics, none of that. It's just, you know, so you play Madden with somebody. You could play, what was the game? WWE SmackDown, back to WWF, SmackDown, one of the SmackDowns. You know, you can play online, basically. SOCOM came out. Like, it was a lot of shit coming out, right? Cool. Let's fast forward that. So boom. Now you're starting to get internet on. Now you're getting faster internet. You're getting internet on your video game consoles. Cool. Fast forward. Cell phones are advancing. At this point, by 2000 and somewhere around 2002, 2003, that's when Metro PCS became a well-known thing. I don't know where Metro PCS started, but I know that by the time I was in 9/11 happened, 2001. So yeah, around 2002, yeah, I definitely had my first cell phone, Metro PCS. So now motherfuckers is getting cell phones. So now we have cell phones with no internet on them, but we have cell phones. We have cell phones, and we can actually communicate and text and do all the shit. And especially with Metro, because they had okay. Obviously, there were cell phones before that. Like I said, you can get, you know, you had singular wireless, AT&T, you know, so on and so forth. But it was expensive, and you had minutes. You had plans where you had X amount of minutes. You could talk on the phone. You could get packages for X amount of text you could send, so on and so forth. It became expensive. Metro PCS unlocked the unlimited data plan, the unlimited minutes. That was like, whoa, right? Cool. So now again, progressing. you fast forward a little further. Now we start getting high speed internet, cable internet. Internet started to proceed more. You have social media, starting with, you know, MySpace, and then you kind of get to like Facebook, and then from there you get to, then YouTube's growing at this point. So now you have YouTube, and YouTube is growing, and you have people making content. And this is the early days of YouTube, where it was just, no one really knew what they were doing. They were just putting out content because, okay, right? Early days of YouTube, that shit's flourishing. Google flourishing. Things are just starting to come up. Cool. The internet's becoming more widespread and more mainstream. Now more people have it. More people have access to it. It's becoming a common thing to have internet now, because Now, especially with, depending on what you were into, internet was kind of like a thing, you know what I'm saying? Because you may have wanted to play video games online, or maybe you wanted to, let's say you didn't pirate music, maybe you wanted to buy music on iTunes, or you wanted to whatever the fuck. Like, internet started becoming more of a thing, right? Cool. You fast forward more, and then you get the first iPhone, which introduced smartphones. That's now 2008. So now smartphones are introduced. It's been, 17 years? Okay, cool. So smartphones are now introduced. Cool. Things are becoming more widespread. Again, next you have Instagram. Cool. I'm sorry, that's a lie. Next you have Twitter. Twitter becomes a thing. Twitter becomes more widespread. People are now using Twitter. And now with the iPhone and all the influx of other smartphones, you're starting to get apps, which now create more functionality and reason to have a smartphone for people. Cool. The internet's expanding. Social media is growing. You get Twitter. Not so long after, you get Instagram. Okay. Around 2010 was probably the ground zero for what we have and what we know life to be today, right? The reason I say that is because, okay, cool. Instagram grows. You had Vine. You had what started to be YouTubers and influencers. Again, smartphones are getting better, faster. Cameras on the smartphones are getting better. People are starting to make more content. People are starting to do more with the internet. The internet starts to interweave into our everyday society. Every company has a website. Every commercial has a website on there. Everybody is online. Everybody has a social media presence. Everybody is becoming connected via the interweb. Okay. The 2010s, again, introduced the ground zero for everything that we know today. That's where social media started to rise. Instagram started to rise. You have more video, short form content starting to rise. You have more people utilizing the platforms to rise. You have more music. So with music, I mean, this is that point. 2010 is around the point where it became a lot easier and a lot more music became more accessible to create, is what I'm saying. Around that time is when I was actually in school. So I was in school for music, doing the whole recording art shit, right? And that's when you start going to Guitar Center and you start like really starting to get a budget going, figure out what you want to buy and so on and so forth. And then you start building your own studio at home. And it ain't got to be the best thing in the world, but this is the beginning of people having the ability and access to make music freely. So now you have people at home making music more freely. You have people at home making content on their phones. You have people at home utilizing their resources and getting rich and famous off of the tools at hand. Again, this is the like ground zero of today. Okay. You fast forward, the infrastructure grows, the infrastructure builds. Again, music gets more accessible. So now you have more overnight. I won't say overnight. That's the wrong way to put it. The blog era of music created your Drake, your J. Cole, any of the prominent non-legend rappers. And when I say non-legend, I'm talking about like exclude your 40 plus rappers. Anyone that's in their 30s and down, the 2010 boom was most likely where they got their fan base and their everything from. Okay, cool. All that fast forward. Now, mind you, in the beginning of this, I started with the whole Redditor posing the question of, are millennials delusional, or do they actually look younger than they look, or do they look younger than they look young for their age, right? Think about who's in their 30s today. So it's 2025 now. During my timeline, I'm giving you my roadmap of how I saw things grow. So for me, I'd recognize that in the year 2000, right after Y2K, you started to see the world shifting slowly towards the first checkpoint in what we are today. Okay. And just like I was there, just like I was, so in the year 2000, I would have been 12 years old. Okay. So just like how I was 12 in the year 2000. So were a bunch of other people. So again, fast forward, those people today that are 42, 45, 37, etc. They grew up in this evolution. They grew up in this fast-tracked evolution. In this fast-tracked, that works. In this fast-tracked evolution, meaning they grew up in a period where there was none of the shit we have today. They grew up in a period where they got to experience the tail end and height of all that was great about the 90s. And depending on how old they are, they got to experience some of the 80s. So they have a perspective of pre-everything. Pre-internet, pre-cell phone, pre-common cell phone. Motherfuckers actually used payphones. Fuck a house phone, fuck a dial-up internet. Niggas was actually using payphones. If you didn't have no change, 1-800-COLLECT. You have a collect call from this nigga. To accept, press 1. It's going to be kind of expensive. It's going to be on your bill, right? So these are the same people who grew up with or without cable, which means they had, even with cable, you only have X amount of entertainment. You just got what comes on whatever channel. What you grew up before DVR. You grew up before shit. I remember when DVR came out. Oh my God, that's so revolutionary. You're telling me I can pause TV? Wow. My favorite show's on and I can hit pause and go to the bathroom and not miss anything? Wow. You're saying I can hit record and I can record my show? Wow. And then I remember when On Demand came around. That was around 2004, I believe, when On Demand started to pop up, where now you can go and fuck recording the shit. Go to such and such on Demand, boom, 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 boom. Go under sports. No, fuck sport. Whatever. Go into sports. And then go into Sports Center. And then boom, that episode right there. Right? On Demand. You're talking about people who grew up at the tail end of the arcade phase, where motherfuckers actually had to have some coins to go in here to enjoy some shit. So again, you're talking about people who, when you was broke, I grew up without as much money as I would have liked to have grown up with. So you're talking about motherfuckers that grew up having to really genuinely make do. I'm saying the toys that we had is the toys that we played with. It wasn't necessarily getting no new nothing until hopefully Christmas. And even then, you talking about people who had to watch their parents go into fucking debt every fucking fourth quarter just to buy you some bullshit. I can't tell you how many times I watched my mother and my father spend money that they didn't actually have just to provide us with some shit. Okay? All this is relevant. Bear with me. So, you're talking about the people who grew up with what they had. You had Legos, you played with Legos, you had toys, you played with toys, you remixed your toys, you got a G.I. Joe and a Power Ranger and some Legos, you're gonna make a whole new universe. You got some Legos that are mismatched. You got a couple of old Duplo blocks from when you was a kid. You got some Play-Doh, a marker, and some popsicle sticks. You're gonna figure it the fuck out. If you were I wasn't an only child, but my brother's 10 years older than me. So if you were an only child in your age range, meaning you didn't have anyone to play with, I was a very solo oriented individual in my youth because, again, I didn't have anyone, right? I didn't have any cousins that lived close by. I lived far away from every friend I ever made. So I essentially had to entertain myself. So I'm talking about, you talking about individuals who would take a teddy bear and a roll of tissue and the TV remote and an old shoe and make a whole sitcom out of it, because motherfuckers had to have imagination, right? You had to put some shit together because you only had what you had, is what I'm saying, okay? So those same people grew up and turned into the people who, okay, we got a little bit more. Okay, we got a little more TV. Okay, we got a little more TV. Okay, we got a little more internet. Okay, we got a little more of this. We got a little more of that. We got a little more. So as you grow and you start to see and elevate, you get to appreciate how things have expanded. But not only do you appreciate it, you understand the different stages of life because you know what it was like before it. You know what it was like when each different element of what we see today was actually implemented. Everything that we do today, your millennial actually got to see it and live within it and watch it grow. Okay? The reason why it's important to highlight these things is because your we'll say 35 to 45-year-old is today are the exact people who I'm talking about who grew up during this time period and really understand what I'm speaking about. Okay. Now, the reason all that's relevant is because these are the people who perpetually got to relive their childhood over and over and over again. What I mean by that is you start with whatever you have that's functional and fun in the late 80s. Then you elevate whatever age you are to whatever's functional and fun in the early 90s. So for me, Power Rangers, Power Ranger toys, Beetleborgs, Transformers, Beast War toys, fucking Power Ranger Zords, put them motherfuckers together, like all that shit, right? Mid 90s to late 90s, niggas is getting video game consoles. Niggas is getting the PlayStation 1. Niggas is getting the Nintendo 64. Niggas is getting the PS2. The fucking Xbox, the original OG Xbox One. Not the Xbox One, sorry, the original OG Xbox. You getting the PS2, you getting the fucking Xbox 360. You getting the PS3, you getting the Xbox One. When I'm off. PS2, original Xbox, PS3, Xbox 360, PS4, Xbox One, PS5, whatever the fucking Xbox called today, Series X or whatever the fuck. Okay, so these are the same people who got to experience all of this as time has progressed. So these are the same people who grew up in a time period where evolution was constantly happening. So having to relearn, experience, dive in, appreciate, depreciate whatever it is you get from it, keep with you or discard. This is the age range of the people who got to see all this stuff from firsthand. We got to see the evolution of TV, music, film from a certain level to a certain height to then varying heights to then varying fall offs. You got to experience in real time someone like Tupac Shakur, Biggie Smalls, whatever. You got to experience them in real time. You got to experience the ascension of Jay-Z and Nas and whatever in real time. You get to see these people in real time become who they are. You get to watch all this. You get to see the actors that are world renowned in their beginning stages, and you get to watch their career grow. So again, we're growing up in a time period where things are expanding and elevating and being reborn and being revitalized. And as such, the people who grew up in that time frame also were reborn and revitalized with each generation, because the things that have come out in each generation and each iteration since the late 80s, 90s has been catered around convenience, right? So if we're less inconvenienced and more in tune, I guess, with how you said. So, okay. So again, I'm 37, but I don't feel like I'm some stuffy ass, almost 40-year-old. And I damn sure don't feel like I'm some YN, right? I'm in this weird, again, millennial world where like I can predominantly wear t-shirts and jeans and sneakers, and that's my predominant wear. Sweatpants and t-shirts and sneakers, fucking, that could be my predominant wear. I can have braids in my hair. I can smoke my weed. I can be funny and all the shit. I can do all this stuff, but still also at the same time be a father of 3, be the head of my household, be a husband, maintain a lovely home, maintain a family, provide, etc., 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 right? This is who we are. We grew up in a time frame where you get to both have your cake and eat it too, is what I'm saying. So it's a little different because when you grow up before it, you grow up in the infancy of it, you watch it grow step by step, and then you're there during its, I don't know, I won't say peak. I don't know if I can't say things have peaked, but you're there in a time period where things are so fucking easy. Like AI is here now. Now I can open AI or Grok or any one of them shits, type in some shit, and it pop up. They got the lifelike realistic AI now where you got these AI humans in commercials talking about, what is it? Script theory. Oh, yeah, I believe in script theory. Oh, yeah, script theory isn't a thing. No, it's not real. No, we are real. We are real people. No, we're not real people. We are a script. We're a prompt, blah, blah, blah. Oh, the coder in the sky, like all the bullshit. Like that shit's creepy, right? But that's where we are. We're in that age now where we've got to see the movies telling us that this shit was going to start getting goofy. Your iRobots, your Terminators, all that. We're the same group that got to witness that, and now we're seeing it get kind of goofy. You're seeing the AI. You're seeing it get more realistic after 2 years. You're seeing how each year it gets closer and closer to looking kind of lifelike. And then you have these fucking robots they're building that are fucking... It's like everything that's ever been laid out in a sci-fi fan fiction, fucking robots taking over the world, et cetera, plot. We're getting there, is what I'm saying. And we're the age range. We're the age range that has experienced the heart of it. So I don't think millennials are delusional. I think millennials genuinely do look younger than our predecessors, simply because we grew up in a really youth-driven, cool period of time, right? I still I'm not someone. I have 3 kids. I have a 17-year-old who graduates high school on Friday, who turns 18 in September. I have a 2-year-old who turns fucking 3 in August. And I just had a fucking newborn baby who is a month old today. So I am not young. I have 3 kids. And yet I still don't necessarily walk around and feel like big, bad, old man. I still feel like damn near like myself, the same fucking version of myself that I be seeing in my oldest, and I be like, man, I want to slap the shit out of him. Not because he's done anything. He hasn't done anything wrong, but again, I'm the father to an almost adult. So even with that, I'm looking at him and I'm saying, okay, I do still look relatively good for my age. But I look at him as the 18-year-old version of me. And I say, but this is what youth really looks like. This is what youth really looks like. Okay. So I say all that to say, yeah, bitch, I look great. The fuck? Breaking down barriers, been our content. This is the Elliott in the Room, and I'm here to talk shit. Now, next, my shoulder kind of hurts. 1, from carrying all these niggas on my back. But 2, as I've mentioned before, I have taken a vested interest in my health and physical fitness. January 1st of this year, 6 a.m., New Year's Day, after working New Year's Eve as a bartender and getting off hella late, I came home, slept a little, and went to the boxing gym and went for my first workout and signed up that day, and I've been going consistently ever since. We're going on, tomorrow will be my 5-month anniversary, because tomorrow is the 1st. Aside from working out extensively there, I've been doing a ton of at-home workouts. Got my own punching bag. I got a lot of weights and shit. So I've been putting in work. I go to the actual real gym. I actually spend a decent amount of coin on this every month. I spend $150 a month on the boxing gym. I spend $100 a month on the regular gym between myself and my wife, 50-50 each. I have a Beachbody Fitness account, which is, I think it's $100 every 3 months or something like that. So whatever, we'll just call it 30. We'll just call it 33 a month, whatever. All right. And then I'm contemplating going to spend another $150 for mid-work classes. Because see, I'm going to a boxing fitness gym because I don't want to go into an actual boxing gym yet. My whole idea was I want to get as in shape as I can. I want to get a lot of technique down. I want to practice a lot at home. And then when I go to a real boxing gym, they'll fix whatever I don't have right. But I want to have some of my fundamentals at least close. Okay. I have zero intention of ever competing. I'm too old to compete. If I started this 10 years ago, maybe. But I'm too old to compete. Now, that doesn't mean that I can't train and become proficient and become great. That doesn't mean I can't train and become proficient and become great and then learn how to become a trainer. That doesn't mean that I can't become a trainer and then train greatness. So I have a plan and I have an idea in mind. My goal is I would like to be in really good shape by January 1st, 2026. And then I would like to start taking the steps towards becoming a trainer at the boxing gym that I go to. From there, my long-term goal is to potentially go to school and get my degree in something in relation to health and fitness. I don't know exactly what at the moment, but just further my education, further whatever certifications I need to have in order to maybe one day open my own studio. I would like to have the know-how and knowledge to create my own workout plans and diet plans. And, I really genuinely, after the last 5 months, have grown or have found a really cool and unique newfound love for fitness and just for the idea of helping other people achieve certain goals. So that's a focus of mine, and I'm working on it. And that's the basis of content that I'm going to be working on as well. I have a bunch of videos I've already recorded, but basically I'm going to be starting a new series on here. It's going to be called With the Program, or well, the Elliott in the Room presents With the Program. And what it's going to be is it's going to be me doing full-blown workout plans in their entirety on stream. I'm going to try to make a schedule and stick to it, so that way hopefully I can build a following. But I'm going to do it on stream. I'm going to obviously record that content and break it down and chop it up and make videos and shorts and whatever I have to out of it. But the idea is to do these different workout plans, show myself doing it. It's content. I'm going to talk through it, but also it's just to show other people someone putting in the work and hopefully inspire you or anyone else to follow along with me. Cause I'm going to be basically I'm going to have on the screen, just like when I'm streaming the video game, I'm going to be streaming myself actually working out to real actual programs. So I'm going to start out with, 2 programs that I've finished. One I've finished numerous times. I'm going to start out with, Beachbody Fitness. I'm going to do, T25 as well as 10-round boxing, which is the one I just finished not too long ago. And T25 is high intensity interval training, 25 minutes of burnout, whatever, broken down between cardio, total body, ab or core, lower body. Let me see. Cardio, total body, core, lower body. What am I missing? Oh, and there's a speed one. Yeah, there's cardio and there's speed. Speed is like cardio, but like a whole bunch of extra shit, and you're not really taking a lot of breaks, right? And that is a 10-week program. So it's 5 weeks in alpha, and then it's 5 weeks in beta. So in beta, the programs get more intense. The workouts and the routines get more intense, but it's still 25 minutes. So it's 25 minutes, and then you have usually like a 3 to 5 minute cool down. You do it 5 days a week. You rest one day, and then you have a 25-minute stretch workout you do every week. Okay. And then along with that, I'm also going to do the 10-round boxing. So what 10-round boxing is essentially the Beachbody Fitness video on demand rendition of what you learn in a boxing gym or a boxing fitness gym. But it's dramatized and stylized, obviously, like a workout program, like all the other Beachbody Fitness programs, right? So what you do is, it's 6 weeks, and in each week you learn more and more and more and more and more until you get to the very last week where you're basically combining everything you learned in the first 5 weeks, and you're going as hard as you can in each category. So it's broken up into, it's 5 workouts a week. So day 1 is boxing stuff. Day 2 is upper body weightlifting. Day 3 is more boxing stuff. Day 4 is lower body lifting. Day 5 is more boxing stuff. So 3 days of boxing, 2 days of weightlifting, 6 days a week. And for example, day 1 is literally the basics. So teach you how to get into your boxing stance, teach you how to get your arms up, how to position your hands, teaches you how to throw. And then I think, I don't know, let's see, 3 boxing classes. I think you are taught all 6 punches in the first week. I think day 1 is 1s and 2s. So 1, 2. I think day 3 is hooks, hook. And then day 5 is uppercuts. All right. And then, you're doing upper body and lower body weightlifting routines specifically. So everything is specifically crafted for boxers. So these are all workouts that you should be doing to enhance these muscle groups and so on and so forth for the actual art of boxing. So you're doing certain stretches and rotations and lifts and stuff to strengthen up your core and your obliques and your back and your shoulders and your legs. Absolutely. You do a lot. You learn. If you've never boxed before, you never fought before, you never professionally did anything like that before. I'm sorry, not professionally. If you never trained any of that before, you don't realize how important your legs are when it comes to everything. Your legs are like 65% of everything in boxing, between movement and actual source of power, right? So yeah, you learn that, you learn your punches, you learn how to do your shit, you know. You learn your shit, right? And by week 6, you should be able, and the workouts get crazy because, like, again, you're doing high intensity shit with the intention of building up your wind, building up your endurance, building up your cardio, building up your body so you can go and, you know, fight somebody, basically. Now, obviously, this is more of a workout program and not like as rigorous and intense as it'd be if you were like in a boxing gym and you actually had a fight, right? Or just in a boxing gym, period. And that's kind of why I'm starting all the stuff I'm doing now, because I want to eventually go to a boxing gym, get more training, learn more, start to spar. I would love to spar, get that down, get that in, so I could really, because it's all about repetition and the desire and the willpower and the want. Do you want it, right? I want it. I want to, like, it's interesting too, because I'm 37. So I've spent my entire adult life, so 36 years, basically. Spent my whole life. I'm a large guy. I'm 6'5". You know, I've spent my whole life really not having to fight too much, and I've always had a decent amount of strength to me. So the few times that I did have to actually defend myself or whatever, it was what it was, right? But I feel like most people throughout the course of my life have done, thank you, God, have done a risk assessment. The risk assessment being, I ain't gonna fuck with him just because, what if, right? Thank God, right? Because I've never been one to be Mr. Altercation. That's never been my thing. But now that I've gone and taken several classes and I've really made not only fitness, but actual boxing a part of my life, the amount of hours I've put into throwing a jab at this point. And then also the mentals of keeping myself in a certain position, reminding myself, like, I remember the other day when I went, my last session, I got my ass fucking beat. Coach was on 10, had me doing all kinds of shit, and also was reminding me every time I was getting tired and I was getting sloppy to make sure my feet and my boxing stance was right. Okay, you know, make sure you're breathing, but make sure you go. Make sure you go. Make sure you go. 1, 3, whatever the fuck it was. What was the combo? It was 1, 2. What was the combo? It was 1, 2, 3, slip, 3, 6. Right? So it was like, okay, yeah, whatever you do, full extension. And that's another thing. There's so many elements to properly fighting that you don't even realize how this is full body chess. You feel what I'm saying? And it's dope. It's so dope because it's, yeah, you could flail your body around, right? Or you can really learn, okay, cool, I need to make sure I'm in a certain position, certain stance. I got to make sure my shit's a certain way. I got to make sure I take my head off the center line, take my head off the center line. You know, keep your hands up. But most importantly, you know what I'm saying, whatever you do, kind of keep this one here, kind of do what you do with this one, but you want to make sure you're constantly in a position to, you know, evade, never keep your head on the center line, move. But then, full extension though. So also making sure you staying here and then throwing that punch out and then bringing it back. Throwing it out and bringing it back proper. Make sure you breathe. 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 Make sure you breathe, right? So many things you're thinking about at once. You putting it together. You're putting it together. You're constructing this package. It's dope. Okay? So that gives me something to work towards too, and it gives me something to care about. And I love that for me because I work better when I have an actual passion. See, one thing that I've been doing for the majority of my life now is music, making music, writing songs. But the one thing that I have never done is put anything out. Like, okay, I have things out, but I've never put anything out that anyone on a grand scale has ever heard. I've never been out and about trying to like write for people or ended up in studio sessions and none of that shit. My life, for some reason, no matter how much effort and energy and time I've put into the craft of becoming good, if not great, really learning voice control and learning how to craft bars and learning how to rap into a mic and learning how to have presence, you know, learning how to coming through and ready with the shit. His name, like really learning the whole bag, the artistry bag of being a rapper. And then spending so much time learning how to make beats, learning how to make some shit that slap, but it's also got some shit to it, making my own sound. Like, I've put so much time into music, only for music to be music is everywhere. It's in everything, but we're also at the point where it's excruciatingly undervalued because, I mean, you can just kind of open up some AI shit, type in some shit, and you can get something close to what you want or need relatively fast. Now, there's nothing better than having someone actually cook you. It's AI and shit is like fast food. You're going to Taco Bell, you're going to Burger King, you're going to McDonald's, whatever, right? Someone who actually cooks up some shit, really puts some time into making the beat, really put some time into really writing some good shit, really put some time into figuring out how to approach it, how to approach the cadence and all this shit. Somebody who actually cooks up some shit, it's going to be better. It's going to taste better. It's going to be more fulfilling. But that don't mean that plate will sell better than a Big Mac, right? So music is a very interesting thing to have all your eggs in. It'll be a very interesting basket, rather, to have all your eggs in, right? Especially with how expensive eggs are today. So it's nice to have something else to work towards. Not even just so much to make money, but just something to work towards, period. That's another thing that can be a thing. See, the thing about me and the thing that I've always believed in is that as long as something can be, then it can happen. You know, it depends on how much work you put in. It depends on what you're willing to do and what you're willing to sacrifice and give up to make something happen. But if you truthfully believe you can do it, then figure it out. And that's how I still feel about music. I still feel like at the end of the day, there's a way where something that I do, and I do pretty good, if not really well, will benefit me in the long run. I just haven't figured it out yet. So this fitness thing is kind of like that. And then also too, I've spent the last maybe 2 years now seriously going back and forth on the concept of going back to school. The reason why it's a back and forth is because I genuinely have no idea, or I genuinely had no idea, rather, what I would want to go to school for. And that always makes me feel apprehensive because I don't want to go spend some money on going to school and on books and spend time. Again, I have 3 kids. I have 2 kids that are young, one being a month old. So time is very valuable. Going to school and not knowing what I want to do and not knowing what I want to do with what I'm going. Like, so for example, if I go to school and I know exactly what I want to do, I know exactly what my end goal is, then I can put the steps in no matter how long it takes. I can eventually get my degree in blank if I know that I really want to do blank. Never landed on nothing, because no matter how hard I've tried over the years, I can't think of anything that I genuinely want to do more than talking in the microphone, interviewing people, having a talk show, having a podcast, doing this, basically, making content, making music. Like, these are the things that I've always cared about with my whole heart, and nothing else has ever really spoken to me. So, okay, what do you do? Well, the other day, very randomly, actually, the other day, I took my dog out. When I take my dog out, I take my dog out for a long walk. It's always at least an hour. So when I took him out, I just randomly decided to call my boy. I don't talk on the phone a lot. Talking on the phone has never been my thing. Hit me up. We could chop it up in person. What's up? Like, you know what I'm saying? I've never been big on just sitting on the phone. But the people that I have great conversation with, I don't mind spending hell time on the phone, because we talking about some real shit. So when it comes to my boy, we always have been able to chop it up for dummy long, and it just be great conversation because we're like-minded, right? So I decided, let me see how my nigga doing, because I ain't seen him in person in a very long time. COVID plus life plus family life plus kids and so forth. I ain't seen none of my people in a very long time. So I was just like, let me hit him up, see how you doing. I know he's having a baby soon. So I was like, okay, cool. Let me hit him up, dad to dad, see how Pop doing. And we're just chopping it up. And he told me that he finally has finished all of his coursework for real estate, and he's about to go and take the exam or whatever. And I'm like, oh, word? So fun fact about me, 10 years ago, I worked for a real estate software company. I worked in tech support, and then I had a brief stint as a financial coordinator. I'm sorry, a transaction coordinator. Sorry. Had a very brief stint as that. And then also during that time period, I was very, 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 very interested in being in real estate, being a real estate agent. I wanted to be a broker. I had so much passion and desire behind me and what I wanted to do. I was constantly working with agents. I was the CEO of the company I worked for was a broker agent. Had such a fantastic rapport with agents all over the country, based off of the fact that I had to constantly help people all over the country via, the company I work for. So I really spent a lot of time wanting to do that shit, right? But on the flip side, anyone who knows anything about real estate knows that shit is... It ain't for the weak. You don't get no minimum wage. You don't get it's 100% salary, baby. And not only is it 100% salary, but you gotta grind. This ain't like working, for example, at a boutique and people are already walking in to window shop. If you're already walking in the door to look at stuff, I would like to assume it's a little bit easier to get a sale because they're already walking in the door. It's a lot different when you have to go outside when your building is empty and there's no customers. So you got to go outside and you have to walk up and down the block and try to get people to come to your store. And then after you get them to come to your store, you got to show them around and show them all the different product you have. And then you have to get them to agree to the idea and concept and contract to purchase an item from you. And then you have to barter a deal between the person who wants to purchase that item and then the person who wants to sell that item, who's put their item in your store. So now for every piece of product you have, for every shirt you have to contact the actual creator of the shirt, and you have to contact the person who wants to buy the shirt, and you have to keep this deal going on. And then sometimes, most of the time, the person that is on the opposite side, so let's say you're trying to get this person to buy the shirt, you have somebody who represents the person who wants to sell the shirt. So now you're working in tandem or working against, depending on how this shit's going, that other person to get this sale going for this shirt. And after however long it gets back and forth between all the hoops and barrels and bullshit and fucking hoopla, you could get to the fucking final hour of actually selling the shirt, receiving the money for the shirt, and then getting your cut for the sale. All of it can fucking crash and burn on some shit that ain't got nothing to do with you. And all that time, effort, and energy you put into it don't matter. Move on, right? That's real estate. Real estate is not for the faint at heart, right? And at that time, 10 years ago, I wasn't in a position in any way, shape, and form in my life to do something and put effort and energy into something that didn't have a tangible return in the real meantime. Because I didn't have any money. I didn't have good credit. I didn't have a credit card. I had a job that was paying okay. I didn't have the things that you would hope to have in the background. You need some type of support system to do real estate. You need some type of savings or some type of money or some type of partner or investment or something, because you need something to keep you afloat while you're putting in these hours, right? And I remember even progressing from there, 2016, 17, actually, no, rather 2017, 18 specifically. I remember I had a coworker who worked at the restaurant I worked at, and she had gotten into real estate. She had just got her license. She was just like, you know, I was talking to her when she was in the process. I was talking to her when she was studying. I was talking to her when she was actually went to go and take the exam. She passed. And then, you know, I had talked to her off and on about how it was going. And by the time I had moved away, she had sold a couple houses and boom, boom, boom. So she was already getting her feet wet and the ball rolling, right? And I was really tempted again during that time period to like get into the shit. But again, you know, so I nixed it again. So fast forward to a few days ago when I was talking to my boy, my brain said, oh, word? Because we talked about this. We both talked about this a couple years ago where we were like, yo, we should both go to this. And he mentioned where he was going to go to get the coursework. And a couple years ago, I mean, you know, COVID happened. So, you know, a lot of things was kind of like, But we talked about this in maybe, I think it was 2019, maybe it was either 2019. It might have been 2020, but we talked about this like a couple years ago. Might have been even more recent, but in the last few years, we talked about both doing it, both getting our licenses, coming together and, you know, working. And that's my boy. So I'm like, So the fact that he finally completed his coursework and he's now about to go try to take these tests and shit made me say, okay. So it reignited something in me to say, okay, maybe right? Because again, the number one reason why I didn't do it in the past is because I didn't have money. I didn't have a support system. I didn't have anything to fall back on, so on and so forth. Different world today. I'm married. I have a partner who will work with me, who will help me with the business. I mean, real estate is opening on your own business. Like, I'm the Elliott in the, so for example, the Elliott in the Room Realty, for example. It's a business. You got to promote your stuff. You got to market your stuff, get your own marketing materials, all the shit. And having someone that I know for a fact would take a bullet for me, having someone who I know for a fact would do anything she possibly could to ensure the progression of our family, having someone like that behind you, to the side of you, in front of you, around you at all times is not only a blessing, it is a huge X factor. So knowing that I have my wife makes it a lot easier to conceptualize doing this shit. It's like starting a business from scratch in a very competitive market. Okay, well, I got built-in help. So I got built-in help. I got a little bit of money put to the side. I make enough money right now to where I can kind of sort of think about it with some sincerity. I'm at an age and at a space and time where I'm genuinely looking for something more, genuinely looking for something new to learn and to progress with and to become great with, just like with the training and the boxing shit, right? And I'm on leave until August. So I still got 2 months off. So all that said, I'm like, so I did some reading, I did some research and blah, blah. And long story made less long, as I've already been talking about this for how long. I went ahead and I purchased the coursework. So now I'm about to start doing that too. So now I'm about to get back into my real estate shit. And the thing is, I'm not looking at this whole thing like, oh, I'm going to be a realtor and I'm going to be that guy and I'm going to, no, like whatever happens, happens. But I'm looking at it more like I want to know all the information I can. I want to have access to everything. I want to join the California Association of Realtors so I can become a realtor. I want to have access to all those forums. I want to have access to just that network. I'll pay the dues. I don't give a fuck about paying the dues. I'll pay whoever. I'm trying to, because at the end of the day, I'm looking at this like an investment. I'm investing in myself. It's funny because I have a little bit of money put to the side, and I've been saying to myself, man, if only I knew what to invest in. Oh, if I just had something to invest in, I could put some money in. Now I'm like, you know what? Fucking invest in yourself. Start your own fucking business. Become a real estate agent. Fucking put some money into it. Invest in yourself. I'm personable. I know how to talk to people. It's not difficult. I'm a fucking bartender. I'm a server in a fine dining environment. It's not difficult. So, and I'm not scared of talking to people. You could put me in front of 10,000 people, tell me to get on stage right now and just talk to these people. I could do this in front of everyone right now, and I wouldn't feel no apprehension, no fear, no stage fright. So I can do the gig. It's always just been about timing and then positioning, right? Because also too, as a family unit, we're in a fantastic position. We have a great home. You know, we're in a home that we can see ourselves in for a long period of time, you know, maybe even the next 10 years, if not longer, you know? So I have space, I have comfort, I have the money to invest. Time. I don't really have the time, but I do, because my idea is, okay, well, I want to do everything. I want to make music, and I want to work out, and I want to stream, and I want to make videos, and I want to stream myself playing the game, and I want to do real estate and blah, blah. Well, the beauty of the Elliott in the Room is that I'm Elliott and I'm in the room. I'm in this room. This whole shit, this whole channel, my brand, everything, I'm just going to throw all of that shit into the pot and make it the gumbo of me, because at the end of the day, all of these different things I'm talking about will touch different demographics of people. So I'm going to be talking to the people that work out, the people who need motivation to work out, the people who are well ahead of me, who see me wanting to get where they at. I'm going to be talking to the niggas that's professional boxers, and I'm going to be talking to the niggas who are amateur boxers, the niggas who ain't never boxed a day in their life, the people who spent their whole career fighting. I want to talk to them, and I want them to see me and say, I like him. I want to talk to everybody. I want to speak to everyone. I want to speak to the people who game, who play online. I want to talk to the people who just talk online and fucking live life. I want to talk to the fucking realtors and the people out there who just own their own business, run their own business, have ideas and concepts of how to elevate life. So that's what I'm going to do. So essentially what I'm going to do, I'm just going to start streaming a lot. like daily. Hopefully I start getting a following. That'd be cool. I would love to have a following. Not because I want to have a following like for monetary sake, but it'd be cool to be able to get all these different people from all these different areas of thought and creation and life, and find the like-minded. Shine with the like-minded. That's a dope idea. That's a dope thought for me. So again, that's what's on the horizon. With the program, me working out, doing that shit. So again, I'm gonna be working out on camera. Critique me, whatever. I don't care, because at the end of the day, I'm getting healthy while I do it. Even if my form is wrong, it'll get right. I'm still working out. If you're not working out and you sitting on your ass and you're just talking shit about me, well, that's fine, because I'm working out and I'm getting healthy. And I feel like my content will grow with everything else that I'm doing, and I make different content about different shit. One day I'm gonna be making content walking through houses and doing showings. One day I'm gonna be making content of my first house, so I'm gonna be making content about forms and different shit, because at the end of the day, my life is going to be the source of material for me. I'm also a dad, a father of 3. I have a son who's about to be an adult. I have a son who's walking and formulating more words and talking and so on and so forth. He'll be in preschool soon. I have a baby. I have a lot to talk about. So I feel blessed. I feel grateful. I'm excited for the future. And all in all, I'm really, 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 really pleased with the amount of peace that I feel right now. Having this time off and having time to really think and get shit done and game plan, it's been fantastic, man. I needed this time off. I 3 months not working with pay is mwah. Because you need time to not have to worry about going to work at 4 so you can go blah, blah, blah for X amount of hours. Sometimes it's nice to like not feel like you have to cram everything into a certain day or a certain block of time because you only have X amount of time. It's been such a blessing to have this time, because I feel like my utilization of it has been fantastic. The amount of stuff I've gotten done around the house, the amount of projects I've completed, and the amount of things that I've been able to do to even get myself prepped and ready to get back into doing this has been extraordinary. So I'm grateful. I'm pleased. I'm happy. And I'm feeling very, very virtuous, if you cannot tell. Okay. So with all that being said, let's move it along. What do we want to do? 40 is the new 20. Yeah, 40 is the new 20, because at the end of the day, with how things are right now, the 40-year-olds of today still have a youthful vibrance to them, because 20 years ago wasn't that long ago. I mean, fuck, if you're 40 today, that means you were 20 in 2005. I'm sorry, but 2005 wasn't that long ago. Yes, it was 20 years ago. Duh. But I don't know. I wonder if people who are like 60 and 70 right now, I wonder if they felt this way in the 80s. Like 80s, 90s. I wonder if they felt like that. Like 2000s. Like, man, it was 1980 wasn't that long ago. Like, I wonder if they feel that way. Because, I don't know, 2005, snap music. Brum, 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 brum. Say that left tougher. That left tougher. You know what I'm saying? 2005. Like, that wasn't that long ago. I mean, it was 20 years ago. Yeah, 40 is the new 20, because I don't feel ancient. Now, granted, I do feel old when I think about the shit that's hot, popular, fun, and beloved today. I mean, for example, I've been talking shit about Fortnite since it first released. I have never played Fortnite. I never intend to, because every time I look at it and I see people play it, I'm like, man, what the fuck is this? But I appreciate the fact that they've created a free game for the masses to be able to play with the masses. You can put money into it if you want to. You don't have to. My son has been playing Fortnite since it released. Minecraft, like these are the games that he plays, and it's always been interesting to me that he's never wanted to play like Call of Duty or GTA or 2K or Madden. Like, and don't get me wrong, I guess I should be okay and happy that my son would rather play cartoon violence without blood and gore over the alternative. But I always wonder, like, why do you like this game? But it's a thing. That's where the age gap is. What I don't find value in is fucking popular and hot as shit today. So that's where my age is. I know that there's things that I'm just like, what the fuck is that shit? And it's like, it's so, I'm not even gonna go into the details, but like slang, a lot of this shit today is just goofy. Like the fact that motherfuckers has got to spend hella fucking money on the prom today is goofy. I'm sorry. Fuck you spending, whatever. I'm not gonna go into all that. Do what you do and live your life. But there are some back in my day moments that I have where I'm like, I see why motherfuckers was saying that, because back in my day, this shit wasn't so fucking stupid. Although I'm sure someone who was my senior back in those days was like, you motherfuckers was dumb. So I get it. It's the progression of life. The circle of life. All right. Anyway. Good talk. I am now going to play some Undisputed. Because I feel like the best thing going is for me to play while I have time. It's very rare, especially now when I have time to play and I don't feel guilty, or time to do this and not feel guilty. Because essentially, especially when you have a newborn baby, it's different. When you have a newborn baby, it's totally different. They're up every couple of hours, you know, so on and so forth. So I always feel bad when I'm locked away in here and then I can hear him going crazy in the background. So I'm like, all right, my wife going through it because she got both of the little ones. The dog usually tripping. There's like a lot going on. So they're not here right now, which is why I'm trying to utilize this time to the best of my abilities. So I'm gonna do some streaming. I haven't played in a couple days, so hopefully I don't do like too terribly. I'm gonna set up the green screen real quick and I'll be right back. right. Green screen is up. All right. Let's see. What's that? Oh, that's the torch. All right, cool. All right. So let's see. I'm going to play Undisputed. At some point, I need to get back to playing Assassin's Creed Shadows because I've been like slacking on my Mackin. But we will play Undisputed for a bit. I feel like there's a lot more light on me because I moved that one light. So let's do that like that. That looks better. Okay, cool. Let's move over. Do I want full screen or do I want to have myself a thing? Oh wait, hold on. Let me turn the. There you go. Oh yeah, I gotta I forgot. I keep getting little strikes and shit. I gotta turn off the whatever music is like copyrighted. Hold on. I don't even care about the music like that. So let me. What is it? Settings. Yeah, stream out. Thank you. Let's reset the hard down real quick. I've never heard of play that before, but it's just actually really fun. I'll play it some more later. Anyway, Undisputed. You know, I haven't played UFC 5 in months either. I'm gonna get washed, but I might attempt to play that again. I haven't played that shit in a minute. I've been pretty much exclusively playing Undisputed. I've been playing, again, some Assassin's Creed, but I've just been... Game's great. I love the game. It's just I haven't really been in the mood lately. Just haven't been in the mood. I feel like I need to switch it over to the real TV. I'm just gonna go show online. So I've been doing work with Joe Joyce. Ever since I got used to using his slower style, I've been trying to like test that out with other fighters. So I've had good success with Vitali. As you can see, I have Floyd Patterson said is my favorite boxer. I've used him the most, I would like to think. I've done well with Briggs, Riddick Bowe. I'm going to go ahead and I'm like, with Larry Holmes. I'm going to go ahead and give Joe Louis a shot. I've been trash with Joe Louis for like God knows how long at this point. So I'm gonna give that a go.
It is nighttime and we are live outside at the Empire Fight Camp. My name is Todd Grisham. Alongside me, English, the one and only Joe. This is.
I wanted to take a dab, but you know what? He's trying to get to it. So fuck it.
Lots of hype as
I'll take one of these breaks.
we waited a long time. And
all right, so one thing I learned about this game is that Ali 64s all play relatively the same. So I'm just gonna let him get his shit off and pick my shots. I don't even quite know what Joe Louis's animations look like at the moment, so I'm just gonna like, all right, cross is nice.
Sometimes when you're fighting a counter
Gotta keep your
fighter, the rounds
distance.
can get a little boring.
That's one thing. Okay, that's one thing with this game, and
Right back at you.
You're fighting a counter puncher, you've got to dummy a shot.
so actually training a little bit and like learning stuff in the real ring,
So it's hard to think that
it
way.
definitely helps me a lot with the game.
Watching every move that
My last session, when I said I was getting my ass kicked, coach was showing me, like, especially with my my ones and my twos, I was way too close to the bag and shit. He was like, why don't you need to step back a little bit, right? Because you step back a little bit,
Gotta like what you're seeing as we reach the halfway point.
it's gonna be, not only is it gonna be proper, but you're gonna feel the difference. And I did, and he was right. So that same thing applies to Undisputed.
So I've got to respect both of them more than
Saying, and a lot of people are saying, oh, hooks aren't connecting and shit. Who's going right over their head? A lot of the times, yes, that's true, but also too, distance plays a factor. So if you're just throwing where you think it's right, but it goes over their head, maybe back up a little bit.
This fighter focuses on those long, straight punches.
All right, let me shut the fuck up because I'm not paying attention right now. He's tagging me.
outside fights create so much unpredictable movement move left to right, box forward, box.
Oh, come on. That's fine.
Let's see that again.
Where did that come from?
And I'm already
What a
cut
shot.
the fuck up. Jesus.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
Oh, shit.
7.
That's crazy. I thought I was up. All right, I'm going to stall him off for a second.
Boy, this next round is going to be crucial considering the knockdown we just witnessed.
You've been put down.
Yeah, I'm stalling you out for a second. You got it.
The next round.
Actually, no, I'm not, because I want to actually enjoy this dab, and I'm not going to be able to enjoy it. Because it takes at least 50 seconds to heat up, so I'm just going to go ahead and fight.
Knockdown in the last round. Let's see what he can do here.
What a heavy knockdown. How are
Let's see
they
what
going
we
to
got.
come back
So-
from that? They staggered back to the corner. They've got to freshen them up, alert them again, get them back on point again. This round, they've got to coast around. Don't get involved. Give yourself another 3 minutes to get your head clear.
And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. Nice
I deserve that.
shot.
Like, he's piecing me up.
Oh, Joe Louis just got caught.
And each one of those I deserved. No bullshit.
No, we don't see a knockdown.
What recovery skills they are. What a shot it was. Completely gone. I thought there's no way he's going to finish this round. But look at that. Look at the movement. Look at the speed. Back on it. Like it never happened.
Sheesh. I am trash.
Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. He
Shit.
scores with the counter. Joe Louis
Shit.
in trouble. Didn't wait long to get back and get engaged.
If I could just figure out how to stop sucking and get some fucking shots off, because he's not that good. I'm just trash right now.
But do not make those mistakes. This is the wrong place to fall.
Oh, no, gotta take
Jesus.
off here, Johnny. The Brown Bomber in some trouble.
Because he ain't even doing shit. He's not going for the body. So I can just block the fucking head.
Round with 10 seconds left.
Trash.
You know that
I am trash. Alright. So I ain't played in a couple days.
the first big shot. Safe to say that last round was a nightmare. Let's see if we can turn it around here.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
The bravery being shown here is
Come
just
on.
incredible. You can tell he's stronger, but he's not faster. champ.
Oh yeah, duh. Anytime he does that bullshit, him to the body. I gotta be careful.
Well done with that counter shot. These punches coming from every angle.
Huh?
Oh, and Joe Louis
I mean,
is
whatever.
hurt. He is hurt. A true champion knows how to get out of trouble after they got into trouble, and it appears
The fact that he's been hurt so many times on his stamina still so high is pretty impressive. I'm not gonna lie to you. Damn, I'm sucked.
They got shot once, they know they can get caught again. So for now, just defense, work on defense, blocking and stopping and shooting.
Well done with that counter shot. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one.
Oh, come on. Trash. I'm getting washed. Big ass cut. Yeah, I'm definitely down. Like, what we thought.
Well, they got battered last round. How do they turn their fortunes around?
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you, and that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
Big shots from both of these fighters. Got to be careful, though. Hit like heavyweights, but they move like middleweights. Truly elite level stuff here.
They know the second they touch you, it's done. They're that powerful.
And just as quickly as the action slows down, and he's back up.
He's so fast. That's the problem. And I'm just letting it happen because I'm fucking basically just letting it fucking happen.
This has been a very competitive round as we
I like Joe Louis. This nigga's tough as shit, though. All this damage I've taken and I'm not down yet.
The discipline, the respect both fighters have for each other, because no one dare do anything out of turn.
Not a lot of defense here at all. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. They stop the hook there. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go.
I mean, I did a little bit better that round, but I'm getting trashed.
The bell, sometimes it can be the sweetest sound.
Get this dab.
And there's the bell for round 5. Off their stools and ready to go. Let's hope this round is more competitive.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
One punch changes everything in this division. It's the heavyweights.
How do you deal with an aggressive fighter?
Whoa, Johnny, take a look at this action. Joe Louis in trouble. Didn't wait long to get back in and get engaged.
Now they've got to wake up. They've got to get on the back foot.
You know, if I could stay alive, his stamina has to be like pretty
Get back on it.
affected at this point, right?
Swing and a miss with the right hook. Halfway through the round, and there's not a lot separating these two.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
There's a counter shot. That uppercut doesn't get through. If there's anyone that can get out of trouble, it's Muhammad Ali. How did did they survive that?
It's been a tough round so far. It's been a tough round. What do they do? What do they tell him when he goes back to the corner?
Thank goodness we've got instant replay. We get to see it again.
Where did that come from?
Okay. He been beating the shit out of me, but he ain't dropped me. All right, I just got 2 rounds back. What round is this? So I got 3 more rounds.
His legs are gone, but somehow he's still in this fight.
Damn, look at that. So I've been getting my ass beat, and I'm still like 88%. Joe Louis might be the new motherfucking nigga. That boy take damage. I just gotta figure out how to use him.
There'll be sheer panic in that corner. What do? Do they throw the towel in? Do they let him come back out again?
Oh, hold on a second, Johnny. Who would have thought Ali would get rattled like this? And it appears they weathered the storm. How? I'm not sure.
Green Days now needs to steady the pace. Get the pace back to normal.
Talk about punches and bunches. That's the mantra for this fighter with that exceptional hand speed. But wait a minute! Is this the beginning of the end for Muhammad Ali? Disaster averted, it seems. We continue on.
Step back, compose yourself, compose the pace, then move.
I gotta stop you here, Johnny, as we pick up the heat. The greatest has been dazed. Muhammad Ali in trouble. It appears that the moment of trouble has passed, at least for now.
What recovery skills there are. What a shot it was. Completely gone. I thought there's no way he's going to finish this round. But look at that. Look at the movement. Look at the speed. Back on it. Like it never happened.
A very competitive round here so far.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Off the charts action from both of these fighters. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Oh, Joe Louis
You ain't gonna give me
just
though.
got caught.
Whew.
Well, there was no doubt about who won that round.
All right, so I won the last 2 rounds.
Without a doubt, make look so easy.
74% stamina, and it's round 7. It's not bad.
Here we go.
I'm only down 2 points.
Fantastic last round. Let's see if he can keep his momentum.
What?
This fight may stop here considering bruising and swelling on the face.
Fair enough. I get it.
And the referee will allow this to continue.
No, yeah, I'm down. That's from the first few rounds when I was getting washed. That's my fault, but I'm about to beat this nigga up now. Come here.
This fighter's sort of the death by 1,000 paper cuts approach. He'll hit you 1,000 times before you can land one.
What you've got to do, Toddy, is anticipation. You've got to wait. You just got to throw caution to the wind and just hope. You're never going to know where the shots are coming from. You just got to put in a guess.
They stop the hook there. That jab won't score. Stamina is so important for these 2 fighters because it allows them to use their skills throughout the match. It can all come down to who's in better shape.
Now this is about desire. This is about character. This is about want.
The only fear you have with this heavyweight is has he punched himself out? Tearing away the right hook.
Be careful.
Very close round with 10 seconds to go.
Oh, tied it up. Let's go.
We knew his chin would get tested in
Tied
this
it up.
fight,
Let's
and
go.
it failed him miserably.
Yes.
From the go-
All right. If I win this next round, I win the fight. I gotta drop him. If I drop him one more time, it's over. I'm running the rest of the fight. I'm about to drop this boy one more time. I gotta drop him one more time. Defense, defense, defense. Block, block, block. I'm gonna go flat foot this time.
You're coming back from that.
No loose movement.
Near on
Flat foot.
impossible, because your head must be all over the place. Your legs will feel like jelly. What can they tell you in the corner? All they can do is wake you up. They can't even go into game plan.
Oh. Fuck.
Look at that shot to the head, and there's no way they were going to stand up to that
All
one.
right, well, I'm gonna get up, but that. Shit. Fuck. All right. Only way I can win this is if I knock him down. Twice.
So the fight will continue, but what
All right.
does the game plan have to look like now?
Some fighters, when this happens, this can be heartbreaking. Some fighters, it makes them angry. They want to get back into the mix again. I want to know, what sort of character are we looking at?
I got to stop you here, Johnny, as we pick up the heat. The Brown Bomber in some trouble. And now they're right back into the fray.
Now they've got to wake up. They've got to get on the back foot, clear the head a little bit, then jump back into it again. It's all about the hustle. Get back on it.
You hear people talk about a boxer's chin. Did you see that? Oh, and Joe Louis is hurt. He is hurt. That was the moment.
Got caught sleeping on the job. What do? You step back, steady yourself, recompose yourself, then boom.
Hold on a second, Johnny. Did you see that? Joe Louis in trouble. Final 10 seconds here, unless something major happens. I think we all know who won that one. The Brown Bomber in some trouble.
Yeah, he won. Fuck. Yeah, he won.
And that's it.
Almost, though. If it wasn't for that last fucking drop, I had that boy's stamina to 20. Joe Louis, though, yo, old boy take damage. Like, I got dropped. Or not even get dropped. I got hurt hella times, but what's his fucking 91, 90? Try it again. I just couldn't figure out. Like, I haven't used him enough. So I feel like what I'm thinking I should do and how I'm thinking it should come out, maybe it's just not coming out correctly with him because they're different fighters. So, like, for example, if I was fighting with Floyd Patterson, I get a different result. Now, it doesn't mean I would have won that fight. I might have lost a lot sooner because I was taking a lot of damage. But the point that I'm making is that
got high hopes for this contest with these two fighters. Should be a really good
Same
matchup.
dude.
I'm Todd Grisham. Alongside me is Johnny Nelson.
Todd, always a pleasure to work with you. Always a pleasure.
I will take the
Now
rematch,
it's
sir.
time for our tale of the tape. Muhammad Ali.
I will
weighed
take
in
the
at
rematch, sir.
210 pounds, and he stands 191 centimeters tall. And he'll be taking on Joe
I'm going to approach this fight a lot differently, sir.
181 pounds, one of the best right hands in the
Because
business.
had I not gotten all pieced, see, now I learned something. If I didn't take all that damage in the first fucking 3-4 rounds, I probably would have won that fight because his stamina was 20% at the end. Fuck all that. I'm not doing all that this time.
The Brown Bomber,
I'm just
Joe
gonna
Louis. His fight against
stick and
Matt
move.
Schelling, one of the most
Stick and
important
move.
fights in the history of
He
this fine sport.
I kept missing. He kept getting me with the lean and respond. So what I have to do,
Let's hear the official introductions. We turn it over to the classy Jimmy Lennon Jr.
if I'm getting hit from the right,
This bout is scheduled.
All right, so I need to okay. I need to circle more to his left side.
Red corner.
Introducing in this corner, undefeated in his campaign with a record of 20 wins, no losses, 16 wins coming by way of knockout. The renowned U.S. Olympic gold medalist and the newly crowned heavyweight champion of the world, the Louisville Lip, Muhammad Ali. Fighting out of the blue corner, and iconic longtime world champion who defended his title for a record of 12 years, introducing a heavyweight champion of the world, the Brown Bomber, Joe Louis.
All the talking has been done. It's time to start doing the walking.
Todd, I'm going to stay here till the end of the night because if you're a fight fan like me, this is what I live for.
Thousands of fans here in attendance tonight, but when the bell rings, there will only be two that we're talking about.
All right, let's get to it.
Hopes and aspirations for this fight.
Rematch.
It's knockout or bust for both of these fighters.
Throw as much as you want, bro. I'm with it.
Not so tense anymore, trying to loosen things up. I like it. We've seen this fighter in the past go 12 rounds and not have a mark on their face. That's what happens when you stick and move. You hit and you don't get hit.
You want to corner an outside fire, make them fight off.
Oh, come on.
Couldn't take anymore. We wondered how good his chin was, but no one's chin's standing up to that shot.
I need... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, you okay?
The referee deems they can continue, but this might be a big mistake.
Somebody can smell blood here. They can smell blood. They've got to be smart. Get in there. Then boom, back in the same spot again. It happened once. You got away with it. You can do it again.
We need to turn this around halfway through.
There's a lot of work to do, and you know what? It's hard to pull back. Don't get into the habit of losing. Don't get into the habit of being second place. You've got to change the habit. You've got to change something, because otherwise, why should it change?
That uppercut's blocked. Just missed with that hook. They're happy this round's coming to an end. 10 seconds left.
There we go. Okay.
What a huge
Little flash knockdown. That's fine. I'll take it. Take your fucking 10-8.
There's the bell for round 2. He got knocked down in the last round. Let's see what he can do here.
That knockdown we just saw was a heavy knockdown. I'd be very, very surprised if he'd come out fresh as a daisy. That's not going to happen. He's got to hustle now. He's got to bluff him.
A straight right just misses. Puncher is going to wait for you to move first, and then we'll strike like a snake. Keep an eye on this guy.
Todd, I understand what you're saying, but you've got to be on this. You've got to be on it. You've got to be a pro. You've got to think right. Concentrate.
It's like a game of joust. They both got their swords. They're slinging it. Figure out the combination to this safe.
Skill for skill, tap for tap, just like a match made in heaven.
Nice.
Well-placed hook. Nice defense there, blocking the hook. counter shot lands. Just misses that uppercut. We wanted action, and they are giving us action. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go.
There we go. There we go.
And a round that seemed like eternity.
81%.
Let's get it started in round 3. Coming off a very tough round. Let's see what they do here.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on him. That's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until the senses have come back.
Joe Louis in trouble. Blink and you miss it. Good thing we can watch that all over again.
I've got to see that again.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
I'm trying to figure out,
Well, they're back up now, but
because I'm not tripping off of getting dropped. I don't care about none of that. I'm trying to think about, like,
Can they, Johnny?
He's up, but for how long? Look at that. On the heels. Look at it's not there. There's no defense. The eyes are glazed.
because like I keep biting on that, and he keeps leaning back, and it's fucking frustrating.
And he's out of there.
Not frustrating because it's my fault,
And I think he knows he's got a lot of work to do.
but I can't figure out.
You know what? The cornermen now is time for them doing their job.
Hold on a second, Johnny. Did you see that? The Brown Bomber in some trouble. A much better game plan here.
Got caught sleeping on the job. What do? You step back, steady yourself, recompose yourself, then boom, back into it. But do not make those mistakes. This is the wrong place to fall asleep.
He is obviously the heavy favorite here, coming straight out with some heavy punches. Final 10 seconds here, and the corner better get warmed up. They've got some work to do. Let's see. Here we go in round 4. Who's going to land the first big shot?
Oh, they gave me round
Eyes look
2?
pretty
All right, I'll take
clear
that.
here, Johnny. How do you think he's going to do after
So every
being
round I
knocked
didn't get
down
dropped
the last
in,
round?
I won.
What a
I like
knockdown.
that.
1 minute, you need 1 hour to get over a shot like that. Now it's down to conditioning. Now it's down to mental strength and preparation. It's how you are going to deal with this.
That left hook misses. Who would have thought Ali would get rattled like this? And it appears they weathered the storm. How, I'm not sure.
Now they've got to wake up. They've got to get on the back foot, clear the head a little bit, then jump back into it again. It's all about the hustle. Get back on it.
And he scores with the counter. These two are the perfect dance partners.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
When are we going to see a jab from these two? Well done with that counter shot. They blocked the jab. Missing with the left uppercut. You can't make a mistake at the heavyweight level and not expect... Oh, Joe Louis just got caught.
All right.
I promise you, all 3 judges here are going to give...
I'm doing all right. Like I'm not doing great, but like I'm doing okay.
Huge for him, Johnny.
I figured out his pattern. It's just I'm trying to figure out how to capitalize. Because that lean back is fucking
Excellent
killing
match
me.
run, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Also, gotta stop feeling like you have to throw. 'Cause that's the other thing. I feel like you gotta throw at every chance you have versus just like waiting.
I've got enough power and confidence to end this in one shot.
It's the one who draws first blood, Todd. That's what you've got to look at. If you're there and you know you're in there with a banger, you've got to be on it, but you've got to be confident.
Oh, and Joe Louis is hurt. He is hurt. How are they still standing?
What recovery skills they are. What a shot it was. Completely.
Oh my goodness,
damn it.
Johnny. Oh,
His uppercut is so fucking slow. That's the problem. I'm so used to that shit popping up faster, and I keep using that shit, and I'm trash. It's fine. Joe Louis just might not be my cup of tea. I don't think I've ever once had a successful fight. Oh shit, here we go. I thought that was over the fight.
Stay there. Beautiful counter shot. They're both going for the KO. It's so obvious. Final 10 seconds here, and this has not been his round for sure. It's not over till it's
It's
over,
like his
but that
lean back is
knockdown
so much
is
further
good.
than mine.
Let's start the 6. Got to get the momentum shift coming their way. What can they do here?
What a heavy knockdown. How are they going to come back from that? They staggered back to the corner. They've got to freshen them up, alert them again.
I think I'm using him wrong too. Like whatever his strength is, I'm not utilizing it properly.
Give yourself another 3 minutes to get your head clear.
Rights and lefts. Did you see that? If there's anyone that can get out of trouble, it's Muhammad Ali.
All right.
Thank goodness we've got instant replay. We get to see it again.
Shot from the gods, they say. A shot from the...
This is just like last time.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Start doing decent towards the later half, and then yeah, I gotta be careful. Let me see what the scorecard says after those to see where I'm at.
They got knocked down, but didn't stay down. Once again, showing you how much grit and courage this fighter has.
Oh, he can smell blood. Look at that. He's put in round once. He knows what shot works and where to land it. Then try and do it again. He's just not got to get trigger happy.
Pretty good start the first half of this round.
Perfect game plan. The thing is, can anybody figure out what to do to change this? It's a perfect start.
Neither fighter willing to slow down. Looking to land the hook. The straight right just misses. So we enter the final 10 seconds here in a pretty dominant display.
There we go. That's how you win the round.
There's no doubt about it.
That's how you win the round.
Again,
'Cause I know he was gonna, because he keeps throwing heavy shit.
did them in.
Okay, let's see what the score is after this round.
They believe that.
There's the bell, start round 7.
I'm down
There's
3
the bell,
points.
start the round.
All right.
They ring the bell, and here we go. Well, Johnny, has anything surprised you here as we enter the final frames of this bout?
You've got to be courageous when you get in there with someone that's bigger, stronger, and faster. You've just got to use brain then.
to put some combination work together. One punch is good, two punches better. Neither one of them want this to go to the judges' scorecards. In trouble. And right back into the fray.
It's been a tough round so far. It's been a tough round. What do they do? What do they tell him when he goes back to the corner? How are they going to get through this?
We're at the halfway point of this round, and both of these fighters have had their moments. Still could go either way.
Very close match. It shows the skill.
Well, hold on a second, Johnny. The greatest has been dazed. Muhammad Ali in trouble. He's putting the pedal. Did you see that? Is this the beginning of the end for Muhammad Ali?
There we go.
Ali is down. As we watch it again.
There we go.
Appreciate the perfection of that knockout shot.
Even I got...
If he gets up, it comes back down for like the last round again. All right, so I got to win this last round. If I win this last round, I win this. Coming back from the fucking pits of hell again.
So it's... And we enter the 8th round. Let's see how he bounces back here after getting dropped in the last round.
Todd, listen to me. If I knock somebody down like that round, you know this round coming out? He's getting everything, full barrel, because I know his legs are gone. So this, you watch what's going to happen. If he doesn't, I'll be very, very surprised.
They call it the chin. How strong is your chin? Do you have a glass chin? These are things that can affect the fight.
Don't get trigger happy, because all of a sudden you're going to be gassing yourself out trying to get that shot, and that's when they catch you.
You'd like to see more jabs. Muhammad Ali in trouble, but surely he'll find a way out. Big shot.
Yes.
Down goes Ali. You up the replay machine. I have got to see that again.
Where did that come from? What a shot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You're out.
Got my get back. Got my get back. Got my get back.
Onward and upward after a knockout win here.
Very nice. Very nice. Okay. All right. I don't know. I'm ready to try somebody else. Let's see. You know what? Fuck it. Let's be Tyson Fury. Let's go ahead and take a dab.
There's nothing quite like a fight at the Empire Fight Camp. I'm Todd Grisham. Alongside me is Johnny Nelson.
I feel like a fraud. How have I got these ringside seats?
It's time for our tale of the tape. Up first, Larry Holmes, 6'3" tall, weighing in at 226 pounds,
1,200 wins,
81-inch reach. And they'll be facing Tyson Fury. He is a whopping 206 centimeters tall, with a reach of 216.
I like how
Giving away a lot of weight
Bro's
here. So now
losses
this is where you
is
have to be smart. This is where you've got to be sharp. You've got to try and time those
the
shots
area
coming
code of
through.
Oakland.
Even being led
He gonna
on
try to
by the
protect
heavier
that shit
opponent
at all
makes it
costs because
hard.
that's
You've gotta be
symbolic for
fake.
him.
You've got to be on point. You
5-1-0.
cannot
He said,
afford
I ain't
to
gonna lose
make
no
any
more. I'm gonna leave it
mistakes.
right there. But you know what? When I win, I'm gonna hit him up like, hey, bro, I get it. I'm sorry. From one man from the town to another. I'm sorry, bro. It had to be that way though.
Just take note, Todd. Check out the reach. Check it out.
I'm gonna try my best to not fucking get warpedly rocked and fucked off this fight.
This bout is scheduled for 8 rounds of boxing.
It's gonna be my last
In the
one,
red
and I'm gonna take a little
corner,
break.
From Eastern Pennsylvania,
Take the dog for a walk.
Here is one of boxing's
All that
all-time
good shit.
greats, the heavyweight champion of the world.
So let's make this a good one, shall we?
known as the Eastern Assassin, introducing Larry Holmes. Fighting out of the blue corner from Manchester, England, and standing at 6 feet 9 inches. Here is a sensational heavyweight champion of the world, the Gypsy King, Tyson Fury.
Well, I hope you brought your sunglasses because we're fighting outside, and what a main event this should be.
Todd, the heat is on.
No doubt about it, this was the hottest ticket in. We're expecting an all-action slugfest. Do you believe what we're seeing? That punch landed. Open air stadium, blazing sun. What do you think about this?
If you are on the losing side of this fight, Todd, and the heat is on, it's the worst place to be. So you've got to make sure you've prepped right for this. And right now, I'm looking to fight that.
All right, I already see what he on. I see why he got 1,200 wins. He's playing it smart. He ain't finna hella engage. It's round one. He gonna do full. He gonna move in and out movement.
Hook, but it was blocked.
Jabs. All right, I'm with you, bro.
You'd like to see more jabs halfway through the round, and I don't know who's got the advantage. Great stuff.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
This fighter focuses on those long, straight punches, staying on the outside, and winning round after round.
This is what makes outside fighters so good. Their footwork is second to none. It's as fast as their hands.
And this is incredible action from both of these heavyweights.
Very nice.
You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one.
Okay.
Let's talk about
You want that
Holmes
same
in the
timing?
round.
I see you.
Talk about a one-sided 3 minutes. We
Are
just
you
saw
that guy
somebody don't
that's
get
gonna
to
do the
play
whole
some.
minute?
I think this is
Let me
too
know,
easy.
because
The key
if
is
you
staying
are, I'm
back
doing a
and
dab in the next
they've
round.
got this fight.
Relax. What are you doing? You've switched off completely. I need you to start sticking a few body shots in there. Bury it up.
You finna town, you probably rolling a blunt or some shit. I don't blame you. Or you're also hitting the dab. I don't blame you.
That's a terrible round, that is. Come on.
I ain't gonna complain.
Back into the fight. You're much
Hey, but if you want to go ahead and press the button though so we can continue. It's funny how much of a hypocrite everybody is with this game when it comes to the minute in between. It's like when you ready to go, you ready to go. But when the other person ain't ready to go, you're like, oh, come on, nigga, come on, nigga, come on, nigga.
work all the way through camp. Load up. Don't be looking there for one shot at a time.
The referee calling for
He's smoking.
seconds out as
I
we get
guarantee
set
he's
for
smoking just
another
like I am.
round.
And I'm about to take that fucking 5-1, make it 5-11. I'm gonna fucking hit him up. Like, I'm sorry, bro. I'm gonna tell him, hey, look, I'm from the town. I'm so sorry, bro. I like how this is a boxing match, though. I respect it.
Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. Sometimes when you're fighting a counter fighter, the rounds can get a little boring. You get trigger shy because you know if you throw a punch, one is coming right back at you.
Reaction is second to none. It's the blink of an eye.
Very
They're
nice.
waiting for any little twitch you do. So you've got to fight a counter punch is smart.
They block the jab. Halfway through the round,
very
and there's
nice.
not a lot separating these two.
Very close match. It shows the skill, the discipline, the respect both fighters have for each other because no one
scary.
dare do anything out of turn.
You scary. Get over here. You scary. Get over here.
Both men step back for just a moment.
I mean, I don't blame you. Like, I get it. I get it. I get it. You're luring me into a trap. I fucking get it, bro. I'm not dumb. 'Cause the moment I start pressing you for real, then you're gonna start doing some other shit. I know.
Not a lot of
I get
punch
it.
output. Thought there might be more action here.
Can we meet in the middle for a second, though? Like, I like to throw some hands with you, sir.
This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go.
Fair enough.
Let's talk about Holmes in that last round. After what we saw in that last round.
Oh, you
it's
okay?
pretty
You really
obvious
missed
who
her.
has the
All right.
advantage here.
I seriously
That's fine.
hope the judges kept their eye on this fight because if they haven't, there's gonna be.
But don't be
absolute
half stepping, bro. Like, if you're gonna do this every round. Cause I want to smoke too, bro. Shit. I already know what's gonna happen. Though. As soon as I start lighting this motherfucker, he gonna be like, never mind, I'm ready to go. Shout out to Oaktown 23 though. I fuck with you. I'm gonna try to add this person. I am a big fan of how they fighting.
What are you doing? Get back out there. Go out there and finish him.
I'm definitely gonna try to hit them up and try to add them after.
What are you doing? Come on, you're switching off.
I like people that box for real. You forcing me to like. I appreciate you.
Down as we get set to jump back in the action.
I appreciate anyone that's just like, cause I want to throw hands. Don't get me wrong, but like,
Getting your time in already. Right hand's good. That's it.
On to the third. This fight has been very one-sided.
Try to not do that
What
on
are we
camera,
gonna
right?
have in this round?
all right.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it?
I respect
An
it, though.
Excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until
not
then,
do that on
keep
camera. I
doing
know.
what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Trying. I wonder who won these last couple of rounds.
This is a high-octane battle.
I'm down for I'm down for going 2 punches at a time. That's okay.
Who's willing to
Bro,
go
I used
with
to,
the other
I run with Joe
fighter
Joyce.
most?
I know how to just throw 2 punches at a time. I'm not tripping. I'll meet you where you want, wherever you want me to meet you at, bro. I'll meet you at whatever part of the town you want to meet at, bro. We can throw these hands.
Walk
And
away from each other and
very
they're
nice, very nice, very
back
nice.
into trouble. Both fighters landing in these exchanges.
But I'm here too.
Judges
Don't
gonna have
ever
a tough
think
job.
I'm not here, bro. I'm not just some little weenie dude that's like
A match made in heaven.
gonna fall for your traps. I'm literally just trying to like, just like you. I'm trying to feel you out. Pause.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought
But I ain't gonna lie. There is a part of me that just wants to throw hands too. Like,
He threw a punch and just got countered. As we burn through these rounds, this aggressive fighter continues to come forward, seemingly with
very
endless
nice.
energy, Johnny.
I see. I get it. I already. Yep. Let me fall back.
You either give it 'em back because that's
Let me
when
fall
they're
back.
comfortable, or you play calm, play cool.
Because I'm gonna fall susceptible to that if I keep letting that rock. So let me chill.
Very close round with 10 seconds to go.
Yeah, he was throwing them hands.
Let's talk about Holmes in that last round.
Come on, we ain't gotta do this every fucking.
Judging can be sometimes, there's
You
no
know what?
doubt who won that round.
You can't leave it up to the judges. It's up to you as a fighter, and the cornerman's got to put a fight.
Only thing I hate about this is that it makes the fight.
Get the job done.
You've done all your work all the way through camp.
If you go the distance, it's already 24 minutes per game.
Now you're switching off.
And then you're adding an additional fucking 8 minutes by doing this every fucking round, bro. So now we're playing a 32-minute fight every single. Come on, bro. I ain't trying to sit here for 32 minutes.
What are you doing? Come on, you're switching off. So he can't figure you out. Great work.
I am not trying to sit here for 32 minutes. And honestly, I don't even know if I'm taking the dog out now that I think about it. I forgot. It's probably hot. If it's still hella hot, I ain't taking it out. He ain't
Unfortunately, this
tripping.
fighter
He's in
not
there
going to
laying
get
down
more
chilling.
time to heal up as we get set to jump back in the action.
We can't do this every round, bro.
He's ready to go, but you've got to be smart. Otherwise, he'll see it.
Let me have at least one round. Man, I got no rounds. This is annoying.
Nice counter shot. He needs to put some combination work together. One punch is good, 2 punches better. The jab doesn't quite connect. Beautiful counter shot. Catch and shoot. The winner of this surely will get a world title shot. One punch could end this fight for either of these two heavyweights.
This is about ego. Get your ego in check, Todd, because if you fight a man that is used to doing this, he's confident and comfortable doing this, why are you giving him that chance to dance that dance? Step out of the way, box him, frustrate him, because if you let him get away with it, he'll close you down.
A real good back and forth between these two fighters.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Both want a highlight reel knockout. Got out of the way that right hook. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left.
All right.
Let's talk about Holmes in that last round. Well, we know you've got the advantage so far, but how does this match get turned around?
I seriously hope the judges kept their eye on this fight, because if they haven't...
I'm also studying, bro. I'm like, all right, this is not the worst fighting style. Run, body jab, hook, body jab. Run, random uppercut. I see what he's doing. I get it. What's frustrating about this fighting style is that I don't know. Okay, I haven't tried it. I need him to maybe. All right, this round I'm not gonna chase him. I'm gonna see if he comes to me. I'm gonna see if he'll come to me.
Unfortunately, this fighter not going to get more time to heal up and get a breather. Right back into the action.
Don't change too much yet. Keep doing what you're doing. The gaps will appear.
There's the bell for round 5. Coming off that fantastic last round. Let's see if he can keep his momentum going.
Todd, my motto is
I ain't going nowhere. I'm staying right here.
An excellent last round. Everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing, because you've won that hands down.
Yeah, come to me, bro.
There's nothing
I'm not going nowhere.
like a big heavyweight fight. Everything can change with one punch.
I'm not moving at all, bro. Fuck that shit.
You just gotta be smarter than them. You've got to be like a little faggot and pickpocket them.
I refuse to chase you. Come to me.
That jab won't score. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here. This has been a very competitive round between these two.
Skill for skill, tap for tap, just like a match made in heaven.
One punch changes everything in this division. It's the heavyweights.
Work the body, frustrate them, take the mind off the chin, take the mind off protecting everything around that. Work the body, use tactics. Sometimes it's all right to actually outbox a fight and beat them on points.
Needs to put some combination work together. One punch
Love
is
it.
good.
See, the thing is, I don't mind his style because, again, what's wrong with hitting and not being hit? It's my impatience that's getting me tagged, and it's also what's going to get him to fight by points. It's perfectly fine. I'm not mad at him. He's supposed to go backwards. I respect it, actually.
Let's talk about Holmes in that last round. Pretty dominant round there. Let's see how they respond here in the next round.
And I bet his stamina is very high still because he's done nothing but not get hit. I'm so over this shit. Like, if he would just stop this fucking taking the 60 every time shit, bro. You're making this a 30-minute fight, bro. Because the way it's going, you're just gonna point me to this is how this nigga wins. I wonder how many people quit. He's good. Don't get me wrong. I have nothing to say. I'm getting pieced up. I can hardly hit him because he's not there. He ain't really running per se. He's just hats off to him. But the extra minute in between will piss anybody off. I'm sorry. Now I'm just trying to fight. I'm just gonna go after him. Fuck it. Loose footwork.
That counter shot lands. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Well, Johnny, as you know, there's a fine line between being aggressive and being too aggressive.
Todd, look back in history. Sugar Ray Leonard against Roberto Duran. The first fight, Sugar Ray Leonard tried to fight, stand there toe-to-toe. And the second fight, he thought, this guy's aggressive. He's nasty. He'll do everything to get the win. I've got to box him. I've got to frustrate him. I've got to humiliate him and show him how good a boxer I am. That's the only way you beat an aggressive fighter. Show your boxing skills. Step out the way. Don't fight fire with fire. Use brain with a brain.
This has been a very competitive round as we reach the midway point.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I got to respect both of them more than happy.
Hold on, I'm not too proud to let my head heal. Hold on, let me not be dumb.
Which one of these athletes is going to say I can't take it anymore? When are we going to see a jab from these two? Throwing the hook, but it doesn't score. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go.
All right.
Let's talk about Holmes in that last round. That was almost a 10-8 round. Complete dominance.
Dominance.
It's like and it also takes you out the fight because now it's a whole minute. I'm telling you, niggas quit not because he's so good, but because the extra minute when you don't feel like waiting that extra minute is torture. It's a mental game. And if you just sitting there and you smoking or some shit, like, I get it. You're like, okay, this is my break. I get it. It's easy because you 60 seconds is, you know, break it down, hit, smoke, take about 4 or 5 hits. I get it. Bruh. You make it because you know we going the distance because you're not going to knock me out. You just point me to death, and I'm having to push the fucking fight to you. All right, let me think.
There's the bell for round 7.
This boy point me to death, boy.
We've seen in the past from this fighter, they don't get concerned when they lose some of the earlier rounds because they know They've got that power that can strike at any moment.
It's the one who draws first blood, Todd. That's what you've got to look at. If you hit and you know you're in there with a banger, you've got to be on it, but you've got to be confident.
Oh, and Tyson Fury just got rocked. This could be it. Tyson Fury, one of the great heavyweight champions. Didn't wait too long to get back and get engaged.
Now they've got to wake up.
You're not going to drop me. I ain't worried about that.
Clear the head a little bit, then jump back into it again. It's all about the hustle. Get back on it.
He might.
Every time they throw a shot, they get countered.
Or somebody act cute and say some dumb shit.
And Tyson
Shit.
Fury just got down. Goes Fury.
You know what?
We can truly
No, I'm not gonna
appreciate
do
what
that.
we saw unless we see it in slow
Because I'm
motion.
over it,
Shot from the gods. Took him.
but I ain't over it enough to not get the fuck up.
2, 3.
Because honestly, it's only one more little 1 minute round of little torture session in between. He gonna win on points.
Apparently, it's going to take more than that to keep this fighter down.
The corner needs
'Cause
to
I
take a
honestly-
shot. They know their fight. They know what their fight's capable of doing and what their fight can.
He better than me.
take. This is gonna be a tough decision.
And I'm man enough to admit that I don't know how to beat this guy.
Good counter punching. That hook was thrown with some bad intentions. Punch, counter punch.
Oh, jeez. It's fine.
You miss it. Good thing we
He gonna get up again. I'm not worried about it.
Right
But
foot.
like
What a shot.
this dude, man, shout out to him, man. I ain't gonna hold you.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Give me your ball.
This is the best real like actual fight I've had in a while because I can't figure out what the fuck to do.
They say no one knows a fighter better than their trainer, and this trainer is certainly considering maybe throwing in the towel after their fighter got dropped twice.
Unbelievable heart. Knocked down twice.
What was that? What are you doing? Come on, you're switching off. Set him up, and take him out. He's ready to go. He's absolutely shattered. Come on, do you want to win this fight? I need you to focus on what you're doing. You don't want to lose this fight, do you? Come on, you've let him back into this. You're better than this kid. Go back out there. Don't give him no free shots. Keep smart. Listen, you've switched off. What are you doing? Get back out there. Good work. Don't forget the jab and don't get carried away. Come on, you're better than that. You've done all your work all the way through camp. Just the same again. Don't change too
And that'll
much.
do it for the minute break as we get set to get back in the action.
Breaths. Those 1-2 straight down the middle. You can't miss it. Great work. Stay focused. Go.
There's the bell to start round 8. Barely
All right, bro.
survived the last round after 2 knockdowns. Let's see what happens here.
2
All right, bro.
knockdowns in that last round. There'll be sheer
All right, bro.
panic in
Fuck
that
you.
corner.
How about that?
What do? Do they throw the towel in?
I'm
Do
gonna
they
just
let
try
him
my
come back out
best.
again? Because they know their fighter is like a lamb to the slaughter.
Well, the Eastern Assassin in some trouble here. Wow, that seemed to be the punch he was looking for. Let's watch it again.
Shot from the... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Listen to me. Are you okay?
Try to drop him 7 more times real
So
quick.
this fight will continue, but how can they get back into this bout?
What resilience to be...
Oh my God, Johnny! Oh my, the big fella just got rocked! No, we don't see a knockdown!
It's been a tough round.
Whoa, Johnny, out of nowhere, look at this! Tyson Fury just got rocked! Do you believe this? He's got the advantage halfway through the round.
No doubt at all. You can see who's winning. You can see who's got it in hand. You can see who's comfortable. Or it's a bit of a mousetrap.
Larry Holmes now stumbling backwards. I thought we were going to see the finish there.
Bean Days now needs to steady the pace. Get the pace back to normal.
Beautiful counter shot.
son of a bitch.
Now that is a massive knockdown. Let's take another look.
I need to see that again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Come to me.
Great fight, bro. I ain't gonna hold you. GG's.
Well, it's go back.
Well deserved. Ah, you one of them bitch ass niggas. All right. Nah, he was dope though. That was a great fight. All right, I'm done for now. I need to get away from the bright lights. All right, this has been let's see how long it's been. I'm gonna say 2.5 hours. Let's see. We are at 2 hours and 43 minutes. Not bad. All right, awesome. This has been great. I've had a good time. This has been fun. I'm gonna do this a lot more. Like I said, I have a lot of stuff coming. Workout shit, boxing shit, real estate shit, music shit, talking shit, getting the shit kicked out of me on stream and not getting a single W. You know, the usual. No big deal. It has been a pleasure. Once again, bringing embarrassment of content. This has been the Elliott in the Room signing out. I will see you very soon. Peace.